Hey guys, Aaron with Quality Service today. So we went over in one of my videos on how to diagnose a well pump, and I kind of went over how to pull it out. Today I want to go over, checking the pump, more so checking it. I talked about how to check if the wire's broke. We're going to go over how to replace the pump, and we'll check the wire. I got a little piece made up here to kind of simulate what it'll look like once it's on the ground if it's black roll pipe. Alright, so you check your wire. You know it's not skint. The pipe was wet coming out, so you know there's water in the well. Next time you got to put a pump in. This is a used pump. Please forgive me. I'm not actually going to put a used pump in a well, but it's what I have available to show you how to do it. So we got some mega tape here. I love this stuff. We'll put some mega tape on here on your pump adapter. So this pump is 1.25 inches. That pipe's going to be 1 inch typically. So this is 1.25 inches by 1 barb adapter. We'll put that on the top. Got the old trusted 24-inch rigid here. These are the old knee pecks, the pecks. You crank that down. Get that barb adapter tight. All right. It's a little cold in here, so my plate's trying to roll up. 2 stainless steel clamps. You're going to reverse them. One pointed one way, one pointed the other way. You'll slide them on the pipe. That's just so when you tighten them down, they pull different directions. Take your torch. Just need some low heat. You're going to heat the inside, outside of the pipe. You don't want to get it too soft. Just want to get it soft enough. Take that. You shove it on. Take your 6-in-1, tighten your clamps down. Get some, you're gonna want some electric tape. Don't use duct tape. Duct tape falls apart underwater. Doesn't hold very well. Take some electric tape, tape this up so there's no sharp edges. Alright, you need a shrink kit, wire splice repair, whatever you want to call it. They're like little butt connectors with these things that shrink. Little shrink tubes. You cannot use wire nuts. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take it, we're gonna slide it, put our shrink kit on the wire first. You don't put the shrink kit on the wire first, and you crimp everything together, you gotta cut it back apart, and then you end up needing 2 of them. Kind of sucks. I think every professional has done that at least, 5 times in their career. Take a pair of dikes or wire crimpers, crimp that down. All 3 of them. Now, on a well pump, you got 2 blacks, and you got a green. Don't matter. Black to red, black to black. It does not matter. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Typically, you're going to stretch these wires out all the way up here as far as you can go, and then you're going to trim them. I just mainly want to be able to show you guys how to put this together. So you can get that put on there. You get your torch, one at a time. You put heat, start in the middle, work your way out. You don't want to burn your wires. See how that's shrinking? All right. So in this case, you want your wire tight to the pipe. Most of the time when the wire gets broke, it's right at the top of the pump, because that's where the pump does the most jolting around. And get all this stuff tight. Like I said, leave as little slack down here as you can. I'm going to take this up real good, because like I said, I don't want nothing getting broke. Alright, then we're going to put a torque guard on it. If this wasn't on your pump, it should be torque arrestor, torque guard. So it's 2 black pieces. About 300 foot is when you want to start doing 2. So if it's on only 250, you can do just 1 right at the top of the pump. 300 foot, 1 at the top of the pump, 1 about 20 foot up. Never had an issue, never had a broke wire. A lot of people use all them plastic little stars and stuff like that. Them things wear out too easy. People will probably say in this video, you know, well, I've seen torque arrestors wear out too. Yeah, typically when your pressure tank goes bad and you ignore it, it's gonna wear it out. So we're gonna throw this thing on here. So you're going to snug one end down. It's a 5/16 nut driver. Snug that down. Put this one on this end. And you're going to push it out. I don't know if you can see how that ballooned out. Alright. That's how you put a well pump on. A lot of times you'll want to go hook your wires up at the top. Flip breaker on, flip it off, just make sure the pump kicks on. If you're going to pull your well seal, it should really be done by a licensed professional. It needs to have chlorine put in it, because if you drag this pipe through animal matter, we'll call it, and you put it back in the well, there's a good chance you're going to end up with E. coli, chloroform, things like that. It's a safety hazard. You're contaminating the water the water table. Highly recommend, you know, if you're not a trained professional, to call one. If they don't chlorinate it, you called the wrong one. It can't be used shock. It's not supposed to be regular chlorine or Clorox. It needs to be powdered chlorine by the equation stated by North Carolina, to make sure it's done right, it's safe, it's healthy, and then let it sit for 24 hours and run it off. But that's how you change your well pump. I hope you learned something in this video.